What's up, everybody? This is Wes, aka Dougie and my Snuggie, bringing you some more Diamond Dynasty with the Try Hard Squad. Going back to this little format I do where I just talk over top of a gameplay. I've already cut it up into pieces, just showing you the last pitch of every single at bat in the game. This ended up being a pretty decent game. The guy, well, I don't want to spoil it. You can just watch it while I talk. But yeah, this ended up being a good game. I think I had the better team as far as the squad was concerned, but this guy was a really competent player, so it ended up being a good game, especially towards the end there. So hopefully you enjoy the gameplay, but what I want to talk about while we're watching the gameplay is the MLB The Show 17, the first developers blog or vlog or whatever came out today. If you have not seen that, please go check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description, or you can just see it on MLB The Show's Twitter. That's where I saw it. It's probably on their Facebook and all the other social media they have as well. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff looks like coming up in the MLB The Show. I just kind of wanted to go. They didn't give a whole lot of information in the what's it called, the blog or the vlog. But they did tease us enough to get the blood boiling a little bit and get us ready for MLB 17. The first thing they talked about is the ball physics. They are changing the way the ball physics work. Apparently, in MLB 16, the bats are kind of like hitting a wall. Like instead of a round bat, it's kind of like they treat the bat like it's a wall. Which really means to me, we always give this round bat, round ball excuse when you center green a pitch and end up popping up or flying out, hitting a lazy fly ball or something like that. So basically, the way they are saying it, with it being like hitting a wall, using a wall instead of a round bat, it's more of an RNG thing, which, it really doesn't make much difference either way. You're going to get RNG regardless whether it's based on a round bat or based on hitting a wall. The big difference is the spin of the ball coming off of the bat. Apparently, with it hitting the wall, it's going to have the same spin every time. So now with them using the round bat physics, you can get different kinds of spin coming off the bat, and I'll be real excited to see how that works. If it's going to be like you consistently get the same kind of spins, or if it's going to be just random, or hopefully it's not random. Hopefully there's some kind of logic to it as the ball comes off. I'm sure the developers at Sony San Diego know what they're doing, but it's going to be real exciting to see how that works, and I can't wait to see the actual gameplay, the game as they play it. But when it always comes to new stuff like that, I always like to say less is more. One of the examples I use in MLB 16 is they put all these new animations in there, but you see them over and over and over. It's like they're constantly doing that same animation, and it's what's caused a lot of us Diamond Dynasty players heartache with the cheap hits and the things like that. But supposedly they're fixing that. I'll get to that here in just a little bit. But, when you add something like that in there, it's always good to not bombard us with it, I guess. I like to have some consistent gameplay. I want it to be realistic. That's the bottom line. Just be realistic, and I'll be happy. Make the gameplay more fluid, and I'm a happy camper. The next thing they talk about in the blog is the humanity AI, artificial intelligence, I guess. And basically they've changed the way that the computer-controlled players behave themselves. They don't always run to the perfect spot when they are like chasing a ball down and it's hit against the wall or something like that. That was the example they gave. My biggest question is, how is that going to work in Diamond Dynasty, or even with user-controlled, even against the computer when you're controlling a fielder? Does that come into play? Because I'm sure most of us use that assisted fielding. You almost have to in this game. And if you know in MLB 16, that can kind of be a hassle. Like you'll be going up to maybe try to rob a home run or something like that, and then you notice your player just gets into that animation. The computer just kind of takes over control of fielder for you, and doesn't allow you to do exactly what you want to do. So is that going to change? Is that part of this new humanity AI that they're talking about? And again, that's just something that we're going to have to wait and find out. And hopefully they'll address some of that stuff as they do these developer vlogs and Twitch streams. The next thing they talked about in this short little video is the cat and mouse mechanic, which I touched on in a couple videos ago. And it pretty much seems like it's going to be kind of what I thought it was going to be. It's got to do with the base running. They didn't go into a lot of detail. The only thing they excuse me. The only thing they really went into detail on was the catching throwing meter, which is really cool. I mean, that was like the major thing in this video. Now when a player is trying to steal bases, once you notice that the catcher, or once you notice that the runner is going, you would hit the button just like you normally would, I guess. But this time it's going to bring up a throwing meter, so it's not just spam the button until he throws it. You got to actually, you can either, I guess, tap the button and it brings up the meter, and then you tap it again, try to get it in the green, kind of like a meter pitching, I guess, except it's meter catching. Or you can hold in the button and then release it when it gets into the green, which that's probably how I'll end up doing it. But yeah, that looks like it's pretty cool. Now, the one thing that concerns me about that is that they slowed down the video when this comes up. And hopefully that doesn't happen in real time. Hopefully it's like a real-time fluid thing and not like this road to the showtime bullcrap where time slows down. That just really turns me off if that's the way they're going to do it. I doubt that's going to be the case, but you never know. I'm going to be disappointed if it is. But yeah, in the video, they slow down the video when the meter comes up. And hopefully that's just to show off, the meter and kind of emphasize. But hopefully everything's like fluid. It doesn't have to slow down the pace of the game or anything like that to get you to use that meter. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it looks really cool, and I think it'll be a great mechanic if they implement it the right way. Again, it's just something that we'll have to wait and see how it's gonna react, or how it's gonna behave in the actual gameplay itself. I'm kind of excited for that, and it looks like they're going to have a whole lot more stuff to that cat and mouse gameplay to help deal with aggressive base runners and fast base runners and things like that. And man, anything they add there is gravy, in my opinion. As long as it's implemented correctly and doesn't turn into something cheesy, I'm all for it. So yeah, that was the big thing in today's video. That was the most specific thing that they really talked about in the vlog or the blog or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. Hopefully it works as cool as what it sounds. One other thing that they're talking about is the catch and throw engine. Supposedly they have completely redesigned that. They said they've added thousands of new animations or hundreds of new animations or whatever, and just completely revamped the catch and throw engine, which is awesome. Because the catch and throw engine in MLB 16 is pretty much garbage. It's pretty good as far as it's aesthetically good, but as far as gameplay, it's crap, man. Because we all know that a bad animation can cost you a game. Just causes, I don't want to say cheesy hits, but it allows for hits that should not have been hits because your fielder is taking his sweet time to throw the ball, and Ichiro ends up running out the base hit or something, when if he would have just showed a little bit of urgency, all that could have been avoided. Now, in the video itself, one of the big things, well, before I say that, one of the big things in MLB 16 is trying to turn a 3-6-3 double play or a 3-6-1 double play. It literally almost never happens. You'll get the lead runner, and then the shortstop will end up throwing this lollipop lob back to first base, or the pitcher won't cover, or the first baseman won't go back and cover first base. So you end up with this rainbow throw back, and you never get the double play. Now, in the video today, they specifically showed a 3-6, I think it was a 3-6-1 double play. It looked like the pitcher covered first. And yeah, yes, that's all I can say. Put that shit in there and make it work, because it really did need revamped. That's my biggest beef about MLB 16 was the animations are awful. And speaking of animations, last but not least, they have added a bunch of different animations, like new home run animations, look like celebration animations, things like that, and that's pretty, I would say it's meh at best for me. The animations are cool to start with, but once you get hundreds of hours, like some of us hardcore players, once you get that, you end up seeing these animations over and over, and you pretty much get sick of them. You don't really care anymore. But in my opinion, they need to focus on the gameplay. Focus on the gameplay, focus on the gameplay. Get that shit fixed, and then we'll add all the different bells and whistles later. Because if the game, and Sony San Diego is good about focusing on the gameplay. But I just feel in MLB 16 they added a little bit too much and did not test it out properly and never did quite fix it throughout the life cycle of MLB 16, which was a little disappointing, but all in all, they made a great product. And I put more hours into this MLB The Show than any other MLB The Show that I've played, and I've been playing for probably a good 6 or 7 years, I guess. I don't know. I think maybe MLB 11. Pretty sure MLB 11 was my first MLB The Show. So I've been playing it that long now. As far as Diamond Dynasty, this is really my first year actually playing Diamond Dynasty on a regular basis. Now, I dabbled in it on MLB 15, got my ass kicked, didn't really take the time to learn the game. So yeah, this was my first year ever playing Diamond Dynasty, and I'm kind of impressed myself that I was able to do as well as I did with it. So it was kind of cool. But yeah, all in all, it was a good little teaser for us. They showed us a lot of cool stuff. Kind of got us salivating for the new MLB 17 The Show. It's right around the corner, and they're going to keep giving us weekly content, I guess, every day for the next, or every week until the game releases. We got the little teaser vlog type thing today. And then on Thursday, they're going to give us a Twitch stream. I forget what they're going to be showing on the Twitch stream. I think it's going to be the retro mode gameplay, just some gameplay stuff. And then they'll get deeper into it as the Twitch streams progress. They'll end up showing how Diamond Dynasty, the changes in that and such. But yeah, all in all, A plus effort as far as keeping us informed. And Sony San Diego is doing a great job there, despite the fact that Ramon Russell still has me blocked on Twitter for no friggin' reason. What the hell, Ramon? Other than that, kudos to Sony San Diego. They're doing a great job. And that's going to pretty much wrap up this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little bit different than what I normally do. I just wanted to discuss the new stuff. I'll probably do something similar to this after the stream on Thursday and any other content that they release along the way until we get to MLB 17. Just trying to switch up a little bit. And let me know what you thought about the video, the vlog or whatever. Let me know in the comments what you thought about it. If you like this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. We'll see you in the next video. Peace out.